Henderson announced a $115,000 donation that will go towards their forensic lab. It will be used to buy equipment specifically to look at fingerprint and footwear print analysis, and that kind of technology can even pick up prints that cannot be seen by the naked eye. And it is new technology that is heating up some of Henderson's cold cases.
We work every type of violent crime you can imagine, from stabbings to shootings, any type of death investigation that appears to be suspicious.
Detectives working on the city's current crimes try to find answers in the city's unsolved homicides in their spare time.
We're hovering around that 30 since the inception of HPD. They're unsolved.
They get help from a small team of 6 volunteers.
They're civilians. They've retired from their previous professions, and they come here and they volunteer to help us.
Recently, Henderson PD made national headlines with a major breakthrough in a 41-year-old case, identifying Jane Arroyo Grande Doe, a murdered teen whose body was dumped on the side of the road in October of 1980. Tammy Terrell disappeared from New Mexico, and her family never knew what happened to her until this past December.
She has 2 living sisters still today, and I spoke directly with one of those sisters on the telephone, and she said to me that she had been praying for 41 years that somebody would do something to help find her sister.
Detective Joseph Ebert worked the case for years. He sat down with Fox 5 back in 2016 and outlined the clues, even passing up his initial retirement date to keep working it.
We wouldn't have solved the case if Joe would have retired, I don't think, or identified Jane Arroyo. Joe is the type of guy who would call me on a Friday night to tell me that while he was at home, he was sitting at his kitchen table and figured something out, and I don't think anyone else would have kept pushing like he did.
Terrell was finally identified after 4 decades using hair cut during her autopsy. New DNA testing, genetic genealogy identified a distant family member. Then detectives tracked down relatives.
So there's a lot of technology that goes into it, but nothing replaces the true detective actually working the case.
Terrell's case is the oldest unsolved homicide in Henderson, and cracking it gives detectives hope.
We have cases that are on microfilm because they're so old.
There have been big leaps in technology even in just the last few years. Investigators hope taking a look at unsolved cases through a 2022 lens will bring other breakthroughs.
We have 2 1981 homicide cases that we are currently working in, doing the same thing with the advancements in DNA, and hopefully we'll have some good news that comes pretty soon with the possibility that we have identified suspects in those cases.
And through fingerwear and footprint impression evidence, Henderson forensic scientists have been able to solve some murder cases and other cases in their jurisdiction, as well as in other parts of Nevada. And they're hoping that through this new grant money, this new donation money that they're getting, that they'll be able to solve even more. Reporting live tonight, Kim Passoff, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.